Hi, welcome back to the channel. I'm Michelle, and today I wanted to share with you guys some of the resources I use to teach my kids at home, some of the curriculum and things like that. Now, my 4-year-old daughter does preschool at home. She always has. My 7-year-old daughter attends public school, but right now that is at-home learning because of the pandemic, so I do a lot of supplementing with that. And I made a video similar to this, I think sometime in December, about what we were using, but we've changed some stuff, so I thought I'd update it, and I hope to do kind of like a day in the life of how I juggle her at-home public school education and supplementing teaching with me. So I want to get this video up first to show you what resources we're using, so I can refer you back to this video for the day in the life if you have questions. So let's start with my 4-year-old who is in, I guess, preschool. So not a lot has changed with that. She's still doing her Confessions of a Homeschooler calendar, and I really like this because they can trace it. They can find the day of the week here. For older kids, they could just write it here. I also have it in one of these laminating protector sheets. I just put dots of the date and I have her trace it, and then if she wants to write it down here, she can. Again, she's 4, so I give her the option. On the other side, I have her weather chart that she fills out, so she'll start with that every day. And then she just has a highlights calendar. So we go to the day, and she puts a sticker on it, and we talk about the month, the day, the year, all that. And then she has her writing notebook. We do the handwriting without tears, and she really likes this. She really enjoys coloring the pictures, and again, I really like how it gives you the step-by-step instructions with pictures and how the kids can make the letters. I think it's a great beginner learning how to write. So she does, she'll do 2 pages a day, and she enjoys doing it. We are on the last go for the code. She did A, B, and C. So once she finishes C, which she's almost done, she'll start all about reading level 1, which I did with my 7-year-old when she learned to read, and it's a fantastic program. We had a lot of success with it, so she's looking forward to starting that. And then right now for math, she is doing a little bit of the good and the beautiful. Now, I've talked about how I try to stay away from curriculums that use certain religions, specifically Christian, how I'm not a big fan of them. I usually try to look more for secular material, but I did see that this went on sale. They are changing their curriculum, the good and beautiful, they're putting out new stuff. So all of their old stuff was discontinued, and I got an email that it was something like 90% off, so I got this entire K book for $6, and I figured for $6, I'll give it a shot. We don't do the entire thing. We don't go step by step in the lesson. I just pull out what I think would be useful for her, and we go from there. The same with the box. This entire box was $10, and it came with all the manipulatives, comes with a bunch of games. And again, the games, none of that has anything to do with any particular religion, so I thought it was flashcards, different things like that. For that alone, it was worth $10. I'll give it a shot. So again, well, this is the lesson she's on right now. And we don't do every step-by-step. We don't do the place value chart. She doesn't really get the concept right now, and I don't think it's really explained well. She does like the days of the week and the months of the year song that the Good and Beautiful provide. It's on their website for free. But yeah, we'll just go through and I'll pick out, things she'll do. She really enjoys the games, things like that. So we try to do a lesson a day. And again, since we're not doing the whole thing, it doesn't really take long. I just pick and choose. And with the kindergarten curriculum for the Good and Beautiful, I've not found a lot of random religious stuff in it. The older grades, yes. 2nd grade, things like that, I've noticed there's a lot more. But again, they're changing it, so I'm not going to review too much into that. But we kind of just flip through it, pick out some stuff, play some of the games they have for practice. And that is all she does for preschool. Now for my second grader, the only thing the public school is providing right now is about an hour live lesson of math instruction from my daughter's math teacher, and the same thing, an hour of live Zoom instruction with her ELA teacher, so English Language Arts. And on Fridays, it's only about probably 20 to 25 minutes of math, 20 to 25 minutes of English Language Arts, and they do have them play like educational games with that. But obviously, as a parent, I don't find that nearly as much. It's not enough. It's not enough. So we do a lot of supplementing. I don't do a ton with my daughter right now because I don't want to overwhelm her with the amount she has to do. But I do have her working on this. They do very, very little writing. Everything's on an iPad and tablet, and if they do write, it's usually with a stylus pen, and there's a big difference between writing with a stylus and writing with a pencil and paper. So I was really getting concerned with her handwriting because it was going downhill, not looking great. So I had her work on that once she finished working on regular handwriting. So for example, I have her doing this every day. It's kind of like just a writing prompts thing. And it goes by the month, so every month has a different activity. So, and they don't repeat, which is really nice. So it's just a little writing prompt. So what I will have her do is just get out her notebook, and she can draw pictures if she wants to. And I will just have her do her writing prompts. So that is what my 7-year-old daughter's handwriting looks like. And so we're working on it because there's no handwriting practice at all. There's very little writing being done through the public school system, so we do supplement. So that's what she's doing daily, and it doesn't take long, and she enjoys writing stories. That's for working on her handwriting, and she just wanted to learn cursive, so again, I like the handwriting without tears, so we got that. And it's funny because I find her cursive it's a lot easier for her, maybe because it's more fluid. But again, I like this. The only thing I don't like about it is it does lay out how to do the letters really well in cursive, but it doesn't really do a good job explaining how you connect those cursive letters. So each page it goes, letter by letter, showing you how to make it in cursive, and you practice it. But then towards the middle of the book, it has you writing full words, like you can see down here. And it doesn't really explain well how you're connecting those. So I kind of had to explain that to her. But again, she's enjoying writing cursive, so she's getting her writing practice now. And again, with that Good and Beautiful sale, I did pick this up, and the math activity box, again, this was $6. I figure at the very least we'll get some good activities out of it. The math activity box I think was $11. It comes with a bunch of games and different activities to do, and we don't go through this book at all. Actually, what I do is I will flip through the lessons, pull out things specifically I know she's having difficulties with or struggling and needs some reinforcement. There's not a lot of reinforcement or practice with math online right now, so there are some issues I definitely have with this. And again, they're changing the curriculum, so this might not matter to most people, but randomly they have religious stuff in there. Like this was the previous page where they were graphing, and then just a random page about how God's responsible for math, which I'm not a big fan of that. It's not even a natural part of it to be in there. It's literally just laid randomly in there. And I have found with the older grades, I've noticed a lot more of that random insertion of religion and stuff. And it's not my thing. Could be for some people, again, random Bible story, Daniel and the lion, again, if you want to see why I avoid those things, I'll link up above my video. But again, it has some games in here, some activities that I think she will benefit from, but we will not use the curriculum in itself altogether. So that is what she does. And then we have some combined subjects. So every day during the week, we have a specific thing we work on after my daughter finishes her ELA. And I'll show you kind of how I balance doing my preschooler and my daughter in that video to come. But again, want to show you guys what we do first. So for Monday, let me grab it over here. We are working on Spanish. Well, first of all, every day of the week we do read aloud. We are currently reading this. It's got all 3 books. It's a wonderful book. My kids really enjoy it, so we do a read aloud every single day, no matter what. So for Monday, we are working on Spanish. I asked my daughters, what language they were interested in learning, so Spanish. And I came across this on a YouTube video, Song School Spanish. I gotta say I got the teacher's edition, book 1, and it came with a card game. In my opinion, you don't need the teacher's edition. It seems kind of pointless to me. But it does come with a CD in the back. You can also purchase the DVDs or the streaming of the CD. The CD is just a bunch of songs, but they also have lessons that you can watch, so someone teaches you the language. If you're not familiar with the language, I would definitely get the streaming lessons or the DVD that teaches you, because there's not a lot of instruction, and obviously pronouncing different things, you want to make sure you're getting it right. But how we do this is we break Spanish into 2 days. So the first day we will go over just the vocab, and I will just usually write it on a whiteboard. And I've taken Spanish before. I'm in no way fluent, but I definitely can handle this level of it. And if there's something I'm not sure of it, I just get Google Translator on my app and I will have it say it, so I know we're pronouncing it correctly. So again, we'll just go through the vocab and then we will listen to the songs. The songs are really helpful. I think they actually get stuck in my head, which is funny. I think they really help. I think learning by songs is really helpful for kids. I think it's easy for them to absorb the information. So we'll go over the vocab, we'll go through the songs, and then each lesson is about 2 pages, 3 pages. So this is the vocab, this is the song. And then it's got workbook pages. This is just the song too. So it's really just got 2 this side. I guess 3. And those are the only workbook pages. So we'll do one of the workbook pages on Monday, and then on Friday we'll do the other half. But on Friday again, we'll go over the vocab again, we'll go over the songs again, and then we'll do the second part of the workbook. And usually the second part of the workbook has an activity in it, so kind of like last time we made puppets and we played the different parts using the Spanish words. So again, I think it's a really fun way for them to learn. It's not really expensive and it's fun. So on Mondays we do Spanish. Tuesdays we do Geology. Now, I tried the Good and Beautiful science units. They don't work for us. We tried mammals, and we did all of mammals, and again, I just kind of skipped over the religious parts of it. And mammals wasn't too overly religious, in my opinion. And it was okay, it was kind of dry. It says it's for K through 8, and again, I have an 8-year-old and a 4-year-old, and they didn't really like it. But I thought, okay, I'll give geology a try. They are really interested in rocks. My 8-year-old has a pretty large collection of it, so I thought geology would be a great introduction for that, because they were always asking about different rocks and stuff. So I did get the Good and Beautiful Geology unit, and it just wasn't for us. It was dry. It was, I would say, above where they are. The second lesson was talking about tectonic plates and different layers of that, and it was too much. The videos were really boring in my opinion. So I put that down and I found something else. This, I think, is a wonderful resource. It's Focus on Geology by Real Science for Kids. And it's specifically K through 4, so it's really more aimed at their age range. So there's a textbook, there's a teacher's manual, and there's a lab book. And it was cheaper than the Good and Beautiful, which I think is nice. So again, it's very basic information. I'll actually give you a shot of the table of contents really quick. So we do geology Tuesdays and Thursdays. So what we will do is Tuesdays I will just read the chapter, and again it's like 4 pages. And they're secular, so there's no religion or anything in here. So I'll read the chapter forward, and we'll do some, in their lab notebook, they have some narration or comprehension questions. And you have the option of writing it down, but we usually just do it orally, especially since my 4-year-old, you know, that would be a bit much for her. So we break up the first half of it, so we'll read the chapter, we'll go over the questions, just talk about what we learned. And the teacher's manual is helpful. It does help you go through some things. I don't think it's necessarily you need it, but again, up to you. So we'll do that, and then on Thursdays, we will finish any of the comprehension narration we didn't do, and we'll actually do the experiment. So, and the experiments are pretty easy. Stuff you would normally have at home, and lays it out for you. The kids really like this one. It's where we got to smash different things to see how it worked, and they had a lot of fun with it. It's really simple. It's really more geared towards that age, which I really like. And to go with that, I did buy some geodes so they can crack open when we get to that. When I bought the geology kit from Good and Beautiful, I did get the kit that came with it, so it comes with the mini rocks, which again, I'll use these. Curriculum I wasn't a big fan of, but I'll use the resources. This book I thought was actually really quite nice and beautiful, and my kids will just enjoy looking at the pictures. So we will use those resources from it. So that is geology. Wednesdays we usually do art. And I do a combination of just YouTube videos. I like Deep Space Sparkle, Art for Kids Hub, Art with Trista, Createful Kids, just different things where they can watch the demonstration of the art and then just do it themselves. We also joined this social justice subscription box, and it comes once a month, and it comes with a bunch of different activities. I'll insert one of the activities we did, a picture right here. We did nature weaving, so they have different artistic things you can do with it, and it all comes in the box. If you want to see a review of this, I'll link it in the card below or above. I did a review of that subscription box. So we kind of use that. And again, Thursday we do the other half of geology. Friday we do the other half of Spanish. And then I focus on health and gym. And gym is pretty simple. We just do some YouTube videos. My favorite YouTube channels are P.E. Bowman. They get to play like they're in a video game and exercise to it. Miss Linky is kind of fun. The last one they did is they pretended they were in a rainforest and there were dinosaurs chasing them, and they had to do different moves, and they had a lot of fun with that. And you know, we take the dog for walks and just different things like that, getting us up and moving. For health, we do a variety of different topics. We've talked about, you know, nutrition. My 4-year-old has celiac disease, so we've talked about autoimmune diseases, food allergies. We did a whole unit on reading food labels, because obviously that's going to be beneficial for her. And just what to look for and different things like that. We've talked about, you know, what things we're putting in our body food-wise and how those benefit us, and things like junk food, and does that really do anything for our bodies in moderation. So different things like that. And again, the subscription box I got was, it's based a social justice theme for the month. So we also tackle some of this. For April, it was loving people and loving your planet. So different activities with that. And it's just, again, it all comes in here. So I just pulled it out and do what we have to. But again, these activities don't take long, maybe 45 minutes to an hour, depending on what we're doing. Spanish is usually really quick. Health and gym, they really look forward to, but it's filling in some of those gaps where their education would be lacking, because, you know, the public school unfortunately isn't able to offer a lot of those things right now. And we have fun, and it keeps everyone busy and not screaming at each other, which is nice. So if you want any specific reviews of any of the things I showed you, or if you have any questions, please comment below. But thank you for watching, guys.